Hinduism is actually a geographical terminology, which if you read the Vedas, if you read the ancient scriptures, you will never find the word Hinduism.
Right.
Because when they invaded India, they all came from the north, going through the Sindhu Valley, where the Sindhu River is, and they called the people there the Sindhus. The Sindhus became the Hindus, and the Hindus believed in what? Hinduism. Simple. But what the real terminology for the Hindu faith is actually Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana means eternal, and Dharma means law, religion, way of living. There's not one clear translation. So if you would say what is Hinduism, in other words, it is the eternal, universal, cosmic laws. And if it's eternal, when was it created? When was it created?
Always been.
It has always been. Yeah, Anadi and Ananta. It has always been and it will always be. If it's universal, to whom does it belong?
The universe.
The universe. Okay.
I don't know.
Who is the universe?
All of us, everyone.
So it belongs to everybody. It doesn't belong to the Indian who has grown up in the Indian subcontinent, right? It's just because it's a universal cosmic law. So if you, I don't know, if you are here religiously inclined, what is the main religion here in Detroit? Christianity?
A lot of Christianity.
Christianity.
Yeah,
okay, so.
Or Muslim. Or
Muslim.
Okay, so
there's a large Buddhist community too.
Okay,
Yeah.
but like you're familiar with the Christian tradition, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I guess everybody's familiar with the Christian tradition. Like just to draw the similarities or the differences also. If you take Christianity, for example, how is Christianity built? There is one person, one main person, he's Jesus. There's one main story. He was born from the Virgin. He has lived his life, done a lot of miracles. He has died on the cross and he has resurrected, sitting at the right hand of the Father to judge the living and the dead. Right? And all of this is told in one of the main books. Which is the main book?
Bible.
The Bible. So you have one person, one story, one book. Okay? If you take now the image of a tree has roots and the main trunk.
Right.
And those roots and main trunk would be the one person with the one story and the one book. All Christians have that in common. Now that the tree has different branches, Catholics, Orthodox, Protestants, Evangelists, you name it. Yeah? They all have that in common. They all have a tree with the roots in common. But they have enough differences to have different denominations, right? But that thing they have in common. If you take Hinduism now, and you take the same similar image of the tree and the roots, the trunk is not based on one person, one book, or one idea, but it's based on eternal principles. So what are eternal principles which Hinduism is based on, or Sanatana Dharma? One principle would be the Brahman. Yeah, like the Vedas speak about one force from which everything comes forth. You want to call it God, you can call it God. You want to call it Shiva, call it Shiva. You want to call it Vishnu, call it Vishnu. You want to call it Jah, call it Jah. You want to call it however you want to call it. But there's something, right? It's an eternal force from which everything comes forth. It has always existed, it will always exist. That's on the root. What's another eternal principle? That there is an animate spirit in each animate being. Yeah? Soul, Atma, Anima, spirit. Call it as you want to call it. But there's something inside of us which makes us animate. And the moment that animate thing leaves the body goes back to earth, dust, ash, however you want to call it, right? Another eternal principle. What is another eternal principle? Karma. Everything has a cause, and every cause has an effect. Every action has a reaction. eternal principle. This world is in a constant, another eternal principle is creation. Creation which is created, sustained, destroyed, to be created, sustained, destroyed. So time is not linear from, like in Christianity, for example, or in Western mindset, there's a beginning and an end. But it's like springtime, the flowers grow, the gardener takes care of it, in winter everything goes back to earth, and the new springtime brings the flowers again, and like this, it's cycles. There's universal cycles, cosmic cycles, individual cycles. All of us have our cycles, no? Baby, childhood, youth, adult, old age, death, new baby. That brings a new principle, samsara. Yeah? The principle of reincarnation. That spirit goes through many different bodies to have many different experiences, to learn and to unwrap itself. How does it do that? By living according to certain principles called dharma. Yeah? Righteous way of living. What are ethical principles which we want to follow, which help us to grow spiritually and sustain a healthy society? And if we live according to that, we might eventually attain moksha, liberation. Liberation, enlightenment, however you want to call it, freedom from the entanglement in this material world, freedom from our inner prison.
What was that word again?
Moksha.
Moksha. Beautiful.
Okay? So, in a simple, if you want to create a simple sentence to remember the 7 tenets of Hinduism, it's not like an official thing, but more or less you could ask any Hindu and he would say, yeah, I believe that there is a force, yes, I believe there's a spiritual being, yes, I believe in karma. So, we are an Atma coming forth from the ultimate, from Brahman, from this ultimate force. Because of karma, the law of cause and effect, we are bound to a material world which is in constant circulation of creation and dissolution. In samsara, in the cycle of reincarnation, if we live according to dharma, our karma will be resolved and finally we attain moksha. Yeah? So now we have Christianity, we said the three, one person, one book, one story. And Eastern philosophy, or Sanatan Dharma, i.e. Hinduism, principles, just eternal principles. And now you have again the trunk, and there's different branches coming off, different branches which are now seeing those principles in different ways. Some say Shiva is the highest, some say Vishnu is the highest, some say Shakti is the highest, the Divine Mother is the highest, some say God is without form, without anything, just pure consciousness. Another branch, and I would even go so far, the Buddhist branch, the Jain branch, the Sikhism branch, all of those branches, they come off from those principles. I would even go further. Everything comes forth from those principles. Because if you go deeper, you will always find elements of that ultimate, eternal, universal truth.